And welcome in to the D-Event Center on the campus of Weber State University for the 5A semifinals. First matchup, it's a region rematch. Third time this year, Springville versus Spanish Fork. Do you think we knew where the ball was going based on the lineup of the jump ball? And we'll start first with the upstart Spanish Fork Dons. And Dane, got to give them a lot of credit. Give them all the credit to get here to the semifinals, the second highest seed left in the state tournament.
Yeah, man, what a job they've done. You look at not a lot of 20-plus seeds put together runs, and it's been an impressive one. They had that Lehigh game. Not many thought that they would stand much of a shot, and they didn't care what people said. They went out, took care of business, and a nice early shot there from Cook.
Grayson Cook with the long two. And out of the reigning 5A Queens of Utah High School basketball, the Springville Red Devils looking to get back to their fourth consecutive state championship game.
I'm really tempted to tease, get on the phone, Springville's down.
And there's a steal. And back down the floor we go with Spanish Fork. Dave mentioned knocked off Lehigh just a couple of nights ago. As that ball goes out of bounds.
2 games this year, and it has been decisively in Springville's favor.
Yeah, Spanish Fork did not score over 30 points in either one of the previous matchups.
Yeah, it's a tall matchup, but you know what I love? I mean, we were talking with Coach Nielsen before the game. She said, our girls don't want to stop playing together. There's just a different feel. They're playing full games. They love being together, and we're playing loose, and you can see it. You could see it against Lehigh. We talked about it as early as the first half. It's like they are just here having fun, and it's been awesome to watch.
Absolutely, and there's great pressure there from Ellie Esplin. That ball goes out of bounds and will stay with the Dons. As Bryn Anderson will trigger in for Coach Nielsen. Trying to keep track of all the Nielsens out there. We've got a lot of, I think, of the 4 state championship teams we have on the girls' sides in 5A, 6A, almost there's at least 2 Nielsens as Esplin gets a +1. Nice take and make from Ellie Esplin.
Called on Anderson, and little glitch there, but I like the mindset there by Springville. Work it inside, and the crazy thing is, Dusty, it was kind of early when it was like a bounce here, a bounce there, and that was kind of setting the tone in that quarterfinal.
Yeah.
See if Spanish Fork can get similar fortune and take advantage in a similar way.
Frank William called on a double dribble there. She was power dribbled, not a double dribble, but what she did there was a double dribble. To bring an off-camera conversation on camera.
Yeah. We played Stump the Official yesterday.
Stumped him. Got him. Officials today, Courtney Duncan and Jessica Ulmer and Jacob Fraser. As that ball gets sent back out as Spanish Fork limiting Springville to a one and done. 2-2 the start here. A series of moves there from Grayson Cook, but Ellie Esplin, one of the better guard defenders in the state, as that ball will go for Libby Shaheen. And back down the floor we go with the Red Devils. So Ellie Esplin going to come off the screen. Send into the corner, Brooke Pennington. Brooke sends out to Kayla Porre. Kayla leaves it. The little jumper is good. There from Katie Durfee. I was trying to think back. It's been a long time since we've seen Springville not wearing the white jerseys in the state tournament. Tells you how good they've been. We talk about looking to get their 4th consecutive state championship. In fact, I think the last time they didn't wear the whites would have been against Lehigh in one of the years with the Warren sisters. So missed there. Come back the other way. Porre with a little hesitation. The rebound sent back out to Ellie Esplin. Ellie junction extended. Knocks down the J. Timeout, Coach Nielsen. 4:46 left in the first quarter, and the reigning champs out to a 6-2 start. You're watching the 2023 5A semifinals on KSLSports.com. It's almost mission call opening season. If you got a missionary getting ready to open their mission call, and go to Modern Missionary, get them outfitted and ready to go as Grayson goes all the way other end of the floor, couldn't get it. Then we'll have a foul on the putback. It's going to put William at the line for 2. But if you have a missionary getting ready to go out, get them outfitted at Modern Missionary. Go to their website, modernmissionary.com. Go register them, and they'll get a free shirt and tie. And look, if you do that, I mean, you're knocking out at least $60, $70. I haven't seen what an ad collar shirt costs in quite some time. Mr. Mack was not that. If you bought an end row shirt, those were expensive.
I'm not going to lie. I was a Stafford guy all the way.
Oh, yeah, well, in Idaho. Was there Mr. Mack in Idaho?
I think so, but we didn't go there.
So you don't need to go. You want to go Modern Missionary. So 6-4. I want to thank them for joining us here on KSL Sports Rewind.
Let's be honest, that was a long time ago.
21 years, Ma. The guy got his bloody nose, and it changed everything. Go across the lane, and the bucket there for Katie Durfee. And the pressure extended here from Springville. Of course, these two region rivals.
And this is going to be a little bit of that difference, right? How do you deal with it? Yeah. Ooh, 10 seconds.
Oh, and a 10-second violation. I was looking for the contact
That's
stuff.
what I thought was going to be called.
Yeah. You know what this is? This is the Two Jacks Bowl. We get free advertising sometimes, especially if it's Two Jacks Pizza, because Two Jacks Pizza is in Spanish Forks where it started. The one I always went to was in Springville. There is one down in Provost Center Street, but that doesn't matter. It is the Two Jacks Pizza Bowl.
I'd love to be able to give an endorsement, but I only heard about this week.
We're going to make this happen. It's part of why Dusty's got a problem. As that shot does not go. Tommy Boy ate too many bear claws. Dusty ate way too many cheese sticks and pepperoni and sausage pizzas. Come out the other way. Go the up and under. Does not go. And the rebound to Durfee. On the run with Pennington. And Brooke in a pull for 3. Doesn't get it to go on the rebound to Gwilliam. And I'm pretty sure we did see Gwilliam at the top 50.
I think we did.
That's the last name you don't forget. As hey, the 3 on the way, and Anderson. Oh, she hit that one on was that Wednesday night? Couldn't get that one. Pass down the floor. Galbraith couldn't control. Out of bounds off a Spanish Fork. But we will be having the girls' top 50 in just a couple of weeks. The top 50 showcase at Westminster. We'll have 4 girls' games and 4 boys' games.
You ready for
Friday,
this?
Saturday.
Huh?
Hey, look at you.
Hey, yeah.
Brian Alfrey. He's an imitating guy. Intimidating guy. There we go. Intimidating guy. Oh, there's a cut.
I was going to say, he imitates? I can't wait.
You've never seen him do his imitations?
No.
Oh,
no.
We're going to bring him back on. Fire that ball inside, and the bucket there for Kayla Poirier. It's been pretty quiet in the quarterfinals. Maybe it's just a quiet scoring for her anyway. She's one of those girls who look up and say, oh, she has 14 points. Kind of surprises you. Except for that championship game. Remember, she had her tooth knocked out last year. Got a fix as Durfee got the steal off of Gwilliam. Back down the floor, Ellie Esplin. Ellie cut off on the baseline, sent back up to Pennington.
Yeah, I think she had 12 in that quarterfinal, I should say.
Into the corner, Esplin. Going to pull his hit, and to put Ellie at the line for 2 free throws.
Number 24, Bryn Anderson. It's her second personal and second team foul.
So the foul to Bryn Anderson.
2 shots will be
Holly Everett, the head coach of Springville, a 2-time 5A Coach of the Year of our Rewind Awards. COVID year and then last year. Well, the year that we went into COVID anyway, 2020. I just remember doing the interview, and she just got back from a softball tournament. As Esplin hits the free throws, and it's an 8-point advantage here early on for the Red Devils. Quickly ahead. Put him off the window, won't go there for Libby Shaheen. Quickly back down the floor. Brooke Pennington on the run out. And a good no call. Gets that one to roll in.
It's the thing about Springville, they can just attack you so many different ways. And whether it's the outside shot, the inside shot, the fast break, the defense. Outside of Lone Peak last year, this year, is there a program that's been more complete than the Springville team?
No, this or Fremont. Springville, Fremont. We need them to play against each other and we can say it.
Yeah. Here's the difference, though. Springville doesn't do it with a bunch of 6-footers.
Very true. That's very true. But Fremont always has a post. They have a good guard play.
Yeah, no, yeah. I got you.
What did you say when we're complete? Is Ellie Esplin knocks that one down. And how about the start for Springville?
Well, they've certainly taken their opponent seriously, right?
Yeah.
Coach Averett got our team's attention.
What's the thing? You respect your opponent enough to give them your best shot. No matter what the situation is Grayson Cook with her second bucket. She's got 4 points in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Wait for Brooke. Her last night, we had a 10-second call. The point guard was looking at her coach, getting signals. Thought she was across. She stopped right at midcourt last night. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Virtually the same on the game clock and shot clock as Poirier sending that ball to the corner. Ellie Esplin off the mark. 5 seconds. Fire that ball ahead. Grayson Cook. Can she get a shot off? No, she will not. And that will do it for the first quarter. Springville with a 10-point lead at the end of one. Red Devils 16, Spanish Fork 6. You're watching the 2023 5A semifinals. Start of the second quarter, Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart with you. As always, KSL Sports Rebound brought to you by Heidemann and Associates. There's 2 Utah County teams, headquarters for Heidemann Associates in the River Bottoms in Provo. Go to utah.law to set up a free consultation. Nobody will take care of you as well as Justin Heidemann. There's Kayla Poirier off on the 3, and the rebound, an extra opportunity here for Springville. Send that ball out. Ellie Esplin going to float it up, left it short. Rebound saved in by Poirier and taken by Bingham.
Yeah, heady play there. Able to recognize they're trying to get that deflection thrown off and able to gather it quickly.
How about the 3 from Caitlin Bingham? She likes wearing that black 10.
Yeah, she does.
Official roster has her at 21.
Yeah, I was going to say, has had a nice display of shooting this week here at the D Event Center.
She and Bryn Anderson hit one way out there the other night, too.
Yep.
They both have that little flutter kick on the shot. Shot goes in and out for Sammy Stepp. And then the rebound to the Dons. Chance to make it a 4-point game with a 3. Drop that ball in. That was Haley Sullivan at those clutch offensive boards to seal the deal against Lehigh the other night. Turnover from the Dons back down the floor of Springville. I think Spanish Fork snapped what would have been.
Beret went to the floor hard. This was away from the basketball. She's just getting up but holding that elbow.
Oh, yeah, a little. She didn't see that coming.
No.
Eden Erickson's leg was there. And we talked about Poirier last year in the in the championship game. Remember, she had her tooth knocked out?
Yeah.
Luckily, there was a dental surgeon in the stands. Oh, how lucky is that?
Right.
Comes down and says, I can reset that.
Is anyone a marine biologist?
Exactly. 3 from Pennington, no. The sea was angry that day, my friends.
Whoa, big fella.
And Brooke Pennington with an and one. A shot in the lane.
So fun. Such a fun player to watch. Just that quick step. See the reaction. Let's go.
Those new age Converses?
Can't tell.
We never quite all. I mean, certain coaches usually tell little wedges or heels, but hey, how about the shoe game?
Are they made of canvas?
I was saying new age.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well, we usually say PF Flyers because they couldn't use Chucks. Drop that ball in. Sullivan quickly, and that shot was a little sharp off the window.
She had some big moments in that quarterfinal game. Helped seal that one.
Ellie Esplin can't get the 3 to go. There's going to be a loose ball foul here on Galbraith. As we'll go back down the floor with the Dons.
Good to see Perret come back on. Still trying to kind of loosen that up and get that blood flowing.
Well, the worst injuries come and just weren't expecting any contact. She's running through there, and Erickson's foot just happens to come out as there's that little jostling for position on the post.
You come down on those elbows and you get like that little dead, and it's just like, oh, just.
Hey, ask the San Francisco 49ers. If it's a nerve thing, we learned about this. You don't know when they'll come back. Got to hear that one more time in that broadcast. Penny, or probably Galbraith rather, goes down and takes that one away. It's mandatory that the guard line wear a red sleeve on the knee or the elbow, apparently. That's not reported, just observation. As Galbraith sends that one across, we're going to have a foul on the pass. I think this will be on Roberts.
Springville actually hasn't been able to score at a frenetic pace. And look, it's not a team that necessarily goes and drops 80 every game, although they did hit 70 in one of the matchups against Spanish Fork earlier this year. But really, the Dons feel like, man, they probably have Springville in an offensive area where they could compete in it. Just haven't been able to get buckets on the other end to stay with them.
Shaheen with the block on the inbound. Back down the floor. Bingham on the drive, blocked away by Kayla Poirier. Trying to bring some good vibes here to Spanish Fork. Last time I did, it was funny, I should have brought this up in the quarterfinal. Last time I did a Spanish Fork broadcast, it was of the 5A state championship softball series. They scored like 25 runs to win a state championship.
I don't even remember the last time I did Spanish Fork.
Griff Robles at Timpanogos.
Well, that might be it, but that
we hit the basketball tournament
like a decade ago.
It was more 15 years ago. Well, 16 if you go to the football season.
A long time.
Yeah. Remember that game at Timpanogos? And it was we talk about quagmires.
Rainy and
that was bad because that would not go for Grayson Cook. Back down the floor we go. Springville Poirier got it, and the foul. No foul. I saw the official moved arm. We've not heard whistles up here almost all week long, and I kind of assumed on the contact there, and shouldn't assume. Timeout on the floor. 3:59 left in the half. Red Devils up 12.
Okay.
Welcome back in. Springville 21, Spanish Fork 9. Of course, when I grew up in Carbon County, Spanish Fork and Springville were just a fixture of my life for a long time. Got some Carbon County connections. Derek Larson was a pitcher for Spanish Fork. His dad, Father Don, was a family friend. His up was bounced. He's a Wellington guy, Don Larson. Jason Henry, I think his daughters go to Springville as a Wellingtonite with me and Justin Heidemann. He's closer to Justin's age and my age. One of my brother's best friends. I know Hen was watching the boys' game the other day. But quite the start here for Springville. And for Spanish Fork, they're kind of still hanging here, Dane. We've seen this week. Some teams kind of hang around, get a couple shots going. Hopefully they can find the rhythm.
Yeah, for me, it does feel like offensively there's not been much. But right now you've got Galbraith is down, and she's not been able to get up.
Galbraith twisted her ankle, couldn't get off the floor. And the three there from Bingham makes it a 9-point game.
I was just going to say, the second made three, which is a good sign for Spanish Fork. But, really they have not been able to get some of the same looks that they got in the quarters. Boy, and Galbraith, she can barely put any weight on that ankle. In fact, they're going to take her back.
As this is a little shot off the mark there from Sammy Stepp. And the rebound on the floor. Oh, timeout can be granted, Coach Nielsen. So, quick timeout. We'll just mute. We'll be right back. Welcome back in. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart with 3:12 left in the second quarter. And the steal on the inbound, and Kayla Poirier lays it up and in.
It's a different beast, and it's what makes you appreciate the efforts like we saw in the 6A. How Davis was able to handle that pressure. It's not easy to do, and Spanish Fork has learned that here in this 5A semi.
So we go inside, a 2:50 left in the half. As Pennington sends that one out. Ellie Esplin short on the triple. I really think, I mean this, that even though we got athletes, boys and girls, that are trying so hard to shoot from the regular three, I would still think that it would mess with my head. Am I really shooting a three?
Yeah.
As on the drive, William can't get it.
It was interesting to hear Coach Sims talk about, we'll lay down another layer of tape.
Yeah.
I was going to ask him, do you paint the floor in between too?
Right, because that would throw me off the most, right?
That's what I think that the main distraction is,
yeah.
Right? As you see the floor discoloration.
As the three on the way from Pennington, no. Rebound to Poirier, and Kayla with the board and put back. As we dip inside of 2 minutes left. Gwilliam got around the defender. Nice take and finish there from Emily Gwilliam.
In my mind, that's one of your mismatches. And so if you can get that ball to Emily, if she can be strong on the take like that, utilize that length, see if that can help you maximize your possessions here.
So Esplin holding out top. Comes off the screen from Durfee. Out to Pennington. Brooke in the lane. Nice dish. And Stepp lays it up and in. Nice find from Brooke Pennington.
Yeah. Remember, she drove and pulled up from about 10. And so now you got to respect that. Galbraith stepping up and Nice find.
Off the screen. Erickson was looking into Gwilliam. Still trying to get there. Gwilliam's got to move, too.
Yeah, they had a 5-second call there.
Well, 5 second and then a 3-second violation. The ball into the corner to Erickson. 7 on the shot clock. Down to 5. Gwilliam hanging on a pivot. Sends it back out. Erickson for 3. Nice ball movement. And Eden Erickson knocks that one down.
The Dons can shoot it. I mean, they hit big threes against Lehigh. They've hit 3 of them today in this first half.
Brooke Pennington, back rimmed. And the board and a chance to get inside a 10 points. Remember, folks, Spanish Fork scored, I think it was 28 and 26, something like that. And the first two matchups as Cook sends it to the corner. Down to 10. Bingham drives at Pennington, sends out to Erickson with 5. Back out with 3. Bingham blocked on the shot by Durfee, and that will do it for the first half. We go to the locker room, and it's the reigning 5A champion, Springfield Red Devils, 27, and Spanish Fork, 17. You're watching the 2023 5A semifinals on KSLSports.com, your online home for state championships.
Bring your folks to the next table. Thank you.
I think next year, though, then
Today's event is getting Springville on KSL Sports. Visit KSLSports.com and watch UHS A-League Championship events. KSL Sports, the streaming home of the UHS A-League.
And welcome back. Start of the second half. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart. I brought Dane on a little too quick there. But a 10-point ball game as we start the second half of the semifinal. The winner will move on to take on the other side of the bracket. There's a steal. As Espen didn't get that clean. He goes out of bounds off of Spanish Fork. Going to stay with Springville. Skyline and Bountiful coming up next.
I apologize. I didn't get an excused absence today, so having to clean a few things up here.
That's why I messily sent an email.
We'll get back on the horn here soon.
Item numbers and pricing guides aren't sent out yet. As Roberts sends that ball to the corner to Anderson, back out to Roberts. As Cook gives that back to Roberts on the angle, drop it into Gwilliam. Durfee came over for help. Kayla Poirier is going to pick up the foul with the body, and it's a +1 for Emily Gwilliam. And a nice start for the Spanish Fort Dons. They need it. As that first half wasn't rough. They actually hung in there. They got a couple threes to go for Bingham, and they need a little bit more offense to try to make this run, as that free throw won't go, and the rebound taken by Durfee. As we mentioned, Springville looking to get back to their 4th consecutive state championship game. Lauren Johnson, Lauren Deedy lost in the state championship at the University of Utah a couple years ago as Pennington hits the deck. And we'll go back to the free throw line. But they lost to Highland that day at the U. And then in 2021, as we got back to the Salt Lake Community College, it was Lauren Deedy, as time expired, knocking off Farmington in the state championship game. Then last year, winning at the Marriott Center, knocking out Lehigh. As that free throw no good for Pennington. And then this year looking to get back in as Brooke Pennington, who had to deal with a knee injury, missing that state championship game run. Or pardon me, it was the win with Lauren Deedy. Had that knee injury, didn't get to play. That's why Ellie Esplin had gotten pushed into the starting lineup. And Pennington able to come back last year, help win a state championship. We talk about Kayla Poirier getting her tooth knocked out, having to stay in the game, or getting to come back in the game, get some help. The Springville team, they're tested. And the Spanish Fork Dons team, Dane went through it. There was lopsided games in the first two, or in the region matchups in the regular season. And hanging in now, trailing by 9. But the run of this team, the 21 seed in the 5A state tournament, getting here ever impressive. If Roberts doesn't get that, Gwilliam with a little stat stuffer there. The 2 boards and a bucket there for Gwilliam. And it's a 7-point game. Esplin on the run out. And the lead to 9. So timeout on the floor from Coach Holly Averett. And we'll take it with him. 6:36 left in the third. We'll be right back. So welcome back in. There we go. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart with you. With 6:36 left in the third quarter in a 9-point game. Oh, that inbound pass goes out of bounds off of the hands of Libby Shaheen. And ball will go back to Springville. And it's active with Coach Holly Averett, a 2-time Rewind 5A Coach of the Year. What she wanted, got the bucket, took the timeout, now got the possession back as
she could be working into Eric Kerr territory here, Dusty.
It really could be the 5A Girls Coach of the Year, Holly Averett Coach of the Year award. She's really pushing it. Coach Nielsen put herself right in the mix. And normally we do polls, but some people can't have nice things. So Dane and I will go through that selection process, us and our crack staff. I don't know if intern Preston will get a chance at that. There's a 3 on the way, and good. She only hits deep threes. Bryn Anderson from way outside.
Nice thing is we actually decided it back before the season ever started.
That is very true. As Bryn Anderson going to get fouled by Pennington, and Pennington a little slow to get up. I don't know if she had it awkwardly on her elbow or what, but she's favoring her arm, and not a good sign here for the Red Devils.
Boy, so you have Galbraith, who was a little dinged up. Galbraith. Sorry, and now Pennington, Perret. Battle of attrition here. Perret is back. I'm sure Pennington will be as well. I don't know that I've seen Galbraith, though. No, she's on the floor. We're all good.
Galbraith, remember her ankle. She couldn't get off the floor earlier.
Yeah.
No Paul Pierce action on that. These are legitimate injuries. That ball's out of bounds off of Anderson. It'll go back to Springville. We're not taking anybody out on wheelchairs just to come back later, thinking they're Willis Reed. We won't allow it.
Yeah. Well, plus Springville's too tough to even try something like that, right? I mean, that would not even like work.
It would not fit the DNA.
No.
Oh, go inside out. The 3 blocked. It was Gwilliam, I believe, who got her hand on that. Bingham sends it up to Anderson. The Spanish Fork with the 3 could make it a 5-point game. Get it down to 6 with a bucket. Is on the drive, Roberts. No call on the defense there from Galbraith. And it's tracked down by Durfee. Back up the floor we go with Springville.
Shaheen was trying to pressure that. Help get that possession back. Springville they don't get sped up. They don't get taken out of what they want to do. So calm, composed as a unit. Gotta pick it up here, though.
Yeah, 5 on the shot clock. Galbraith. Oh, I thought William did a good job of staying straight up. We'll see if her arm comes down.
It's not on William. They actually called it on Shaheen, I think, from the backside. See the closeout there, reach around. Maybe had the arm in that back there.
And you didn't have a reaction there from Shaheen. The free throw does not go for Galbraith as Pennington comes back on. So the first would not go for Maddie as she rolls in the second. So 9-point game again. Oh, goes through the hands of Bingham. The steal to Ellie Esplin. And there's the call. Is going to put Ellie Esplin at the line. As Spanish Fork right now, just what we've seen our 2 games now, just a little uncharacteristic.
Well, and some of that is just, Springville never lets up. And it's one of those where we've seen a couple of steals off of inbounds.
And the free throw good. And the second good as well, as William and Durfee go to the floor, and no foul call. There's going to be the substitution coming in. And the full court pressure still on here from the Red Devils. Roberts, got to get it across timeline, and they do. Sometimes it comes like the play clock in football. Yeah. Fans get a little itchy. Only about 2 seconds left. Is on the drive, the bucket there for Bingham.
Well, and officials can't be glued on that clock either. I mean, they're aware of it, right? But
yeah.
There's no back judge here.
Oh, they got the steal, so they got it to 9. Can they get it back to 7?
They've hung around. Like, they've not let Springville pull away.
Oh, that goes off the foot of Bingham. frustrating.
Yeah. And well, they haven't let Springville pull away. They also haven't been able to capitalize on those moments, right?
And they want to put zeros up on one end, go put a crooked number up on the other. To borrow basketball and baseball phrases, which these are two baseball communities, and softball communities, should say. There's a three in the corner. Poirier can't get it. Rebound tracked down by Cook. There's Grayson. Sends out the deep three. Couldn't get it. Back down the floor. Poirier, a little ball fake. Would not crawl in. The rebound to Durfee.
Wow. I thought there might have been a dual possession whistle coming.
We've had to wait because we haven't been able to hear the whistles all week long.
Right.
Kind of just paused there for a second. Was going to go with the station identification, but didn't have it. Back up top to Pennington. 15 on the shot clock. Pennington steps into a three and got it. The patience pays off.
Of course.
As that ball goes out of bounds. We had someone say, I think you're a secret Brooke Pennington fan. I don't think there's any secret. Dane and I both like Brooke Pennington. We're both Brooke Pennington fans.
Yeah, I mean, you watch her play, and very quickly you come away thinking, man, that number 2, baller.
Is that what I need to do to win? To use this phrase from Dane Stewart? Done. Got it. Timeout on the floor. We'll be back. 2:32 left in the third quarter. We'll be right back.
Okay.
.232 left in the third quarter as Springville stayed in the pressure. As Spanish Fork, Dane, if they scored 2 more buckets, 4 points, they will cross the 30-point threshold for the first time this year in games against Springville.
Yeah. I think they'll get there.
I think they'll get there too. They're playing good basketball, but Esplin jumps that one, takes it away. On the baseline, Galbraith sends in the corner. Brooke Pennington. Back-to-back threes from Brooke Pennington. With 1:40 on a rolling clock here in the third quarter. Get that ball to Grayson Cook. She opened the scoring today for Spanish Fork. That's a pretty little play. Nice bounce pass, and Grayson Cook with the floater. Come back the other way. Esplin work that around. Pennington, free throw line jumper. No, and she hits the deck, and it'll be free throws here for Brooke Pennington as we look at that Grayson Cook.
That's a strong box out, but that's a nice drive by Cook. Able to just work around William there.
Shooting 2 shots will be Brooke Pennington for Springville.
So Pennington hits the free throw.
There is too much going on for a semifinal Friday, right?
This is what happens. 3:30 to 5 o'clock on a Friday. Everyone wants. It's the news dump theory.
Yeah.
Bad news you dump on a Friday. Even worse news you dump on a Sunday or a Saturday. As William misses, or Parma grabs the rebound. And Spanish Fort still trying to hang around here. Is William on the drive? Then we got a block. It'll be a blocking foul. Will be the third team foul on the Red Devils. That's close.
Yeah, I could see that going either way.
And remember, they not do this. It's really for everyone's help. Oh, they're going to call it on the shot, too. Interesting. So someone would say, well, she moved her arms. Well, the arm has nothing to do with it. Do you have defensive position?
Yeah.
Are you established defensively there? And that's kind of tough. Because even with the arm movement, I think that's why they kind of looked at each other. Little game management, we'll go block.
And Dusty knows I have some pending conversations with officials. We don't have time this week to get into the nuts and bolts, but there's one of these around that defensive positioning that it's got me all sorts of confused. Anyway, but you're right.
Kayla Poirier, 4-3. She doesn't shoot a lot, but she shoots daggers, man.
They just keep coming at you.
Well, the big three for Springville in Pennington, Esplin, and Poirier. I mean, it's not volume stuff. They just absolutely, as I said, shoot daggers.
Well, and even there, I mean, we talked about, work at DeGuilliam. You can use her length, see if that's an advantage. Well, we'll just bring a double team with Ellie Esplin and make her play through that. And you've got support on that far side, able to gather the loose ball. And
well, someone told me, well, if we just get Springville with the shot clock, now they got to play. And they've adapted this extremely well.
Yeah.
It's like Ryan Cuff and American Forks. Like, okay, we'll just still use the bowl constrictor. As Poirier again for three. Back-to-back possessions for Kayla Poirier.
It's like, well, if you really want us to draw it out, we can do that too, right?
Go back 2 seconds. One, scoop it up. Oh, we got a foul at the rim. It's going to put Spanish Fork at the line essentially for an untimed free throw. There's a half a second left. Going to put Shaheen at the line, but we're going to see this last three from Kayla.
And 2 big threes for Poirier here just in the last 2 or 3 minutes. And just like that, it's almost a 20-point lead.
Free throw does not go. We'll have one more for Libby Shaheen.
Mean, just minutes ago, it was like they get down to 7 or 6.
Yeah.
And there's the Springville spurt.
Was it 35-29, I think? As there's the miss. Got it back, but not enough time to put the ball on the floor. Wave off the bucket. Does not go. We go to the final quarter of this 5A semifinal, and it is Springville 48, Spanish Fork 29. You're watching the 5A semis on KSLSports.com. Welcome back, Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart. As always brought to you by Hyndman Associates. We want to thank Modern Missionary for joining us here this week in our coverage of the state tournament. As it's Mission Call open season, get a free shirt and washable tie when you go register at Modern Missionary.
You know, Matt, back in my day, you couldn't wash ties. That was the end all. Like, no.
My white tie you could rewash.
Really?
Rewash, yeah. I mean, that's why I got that one. I don't think I ever did it.
I never needed it, so.
That won't go for Pennington on the baseline. Hey, those rough.
That's an off-air conversation.
First of all, those rough and tumble streets of Scranton. I saw a thing on it once on the Electric City. As that doesn't go. The spot you park it in the compact spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drop it into William, and that ball goes out of bounds off of Durfee. And we'll keep it here. We do need to make sure this is a very important PSA that you taught me years ago. There was not, at least then, a Chili's in Scranton.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still there or not, but it's where business gets done.
Small Business Magazine.
It's the Great American Golf Course, right?
It's a new American Golf Course, yeah.
The new
Small
American,
Business
right.
Magazine. So there's a foul along the baseline here. There's Springville doing Springville things, and we don't make light. We mean this. With Spanish Fork at over 30, I mean, great decision there by Anderson trying to make a big play. Ball's loose. Tracked down by Poirier. She almost went Shaquille O'Neal back in the 90s. Remember that on Inside Stuff? I showed him diving, and I always yelled at the screen, that's a travel.
Of course you did. I could not stand Shaq in his early days. Which
Early
is
days,
a shame because I missed, like, the best era of Shaq.
Early days was awesome Shaq. L.A. Shaq, out ski. And then he hit Greg Ostertag, and I was in ski.
I do love the Kobe Shaq lob from that series. I still love that play.
The Portland play?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I did too, actually. Against Brian Grant and those guys.
The best they ever got along.
Send that ball. It was over after that.
Yeah.
Golden era. As Brooke Pennington hands back of Kobe Shaq, not Golden era basketball. Let's get that straight. As Poirier has that one slapped, we know turnover.
Yeah, traveling.
So for Spanish Fork, and again, we just continue to mention what Spanish Fork has accomplished here, and it's not to say losing should have, this game doesn't. If this game finishes where we are right now, it doesn't go their way. There's lots of things for this team to be proud of, and I think the push they've made in the state tournament certainly is. As William loses that, goes out of bounds, and the ball will go back to Springville. But for Coach Nielsen and her group to just pull it back together, bond together, us against the world. And they've done it. They've done an extremely good job to get here today.
Yeah, I mean, you look first round, 21 seed, gets an upset over 14. Oh, that's nice. 61-44, way to go. Then you back that up by going on the road to a 5-seed region champ Cottonwood team. You beat them by 3. And now it's like, man, is this thing for real? And then you come to the semi or the quarters, like, all right, well, it'll end, right? You get to the site, congratulate. Now we're going to go take care of Timpview as well. It's like, man.
Lehigh, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Lehigh. Like, man, good on you. Like, that's a heck of a run put together by a team that I don't think any outside of that community probably had many expectations of.
My Facebook message inbox would agree with you.
Yeah.
They're not mean.
No.
Don't be mean. No one's being mean. They were just.
It's just when you see, and look, I would love a 16-seed tournament.
Yeah.
And part of it is because generally a 21 seed, a 22 seed, it's like, man, it's just, what's the likelihood that it happens? And then you have a year like this, and it's like, and this is why they do it.
Yep.
Right? Because you have a great run and memories and, like, experience for the young women, for the community, and it is awesome.
Sammy Stepp with 2 long balls. One was called a 2. That one definitely a 3. So 5 points in the quarter here for Stepp. But that's exactly what it is that there's a turnover. And Springville's punching their ticket to the state championship game for the 4th straight year. And their fan base can feel it as Durfee comes off the floor. And this Springville program has been a proud girls basketball program for a long time. You think back to Eaton, way back in the, not I would say way back in the day, it is now 2008, and others. So we had them in their kind of resurgence. They lost the state championship game, Savannah Assumption, and that group, and then able to come back and make the run they've made with through the 3 series of girls we've been able to see.
Yeah.
As Esplin turns that one over. Good defense from William, and a chance for Spanish Fork again to crack the 30-point mark as the 3 from Bingham is off the mark. Staved in by William, but they say out of bounds, and the ball go back to Springville.
Returning to the Springville line at number
So Poirier will come back on. As Espin will get a little bit of a break.
I'd say he might be done.
You think so?
Well, I mean, you're looking at a 25-point lead, 4.5 to go.
Just getting coached up real quick by a coach of the year.
I don't know. You've got another game to play for, and it's tomorrow. I mean, it's a short turnaround, right?
These are young kids. That photo doesn't go. No load management here. The kids came to see Ellie Espin play. But that's why Holly Averett has her name on the 5A Coach of the Year plaque. And timeout called by Coach Nielsen. We'll take it with him. We'll be right back. 4:15 left in the semifinals. Springville moments away from getting back to the 5A state championship. Welcome back in. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart. I want to thank Utah Jazz Camps for joining us on our coverage. And look, if you want to get your daughter better on her skills, or your son, we have spring camps coming up. Go to UtahJazzCamps.com, register. Let them know that you saw it during the state tournament. They'll ask you how you heard. Make sure you let them know that Rewind sent you there. And if you can't make it to one of the camps, and there's a bunch of them, as these are two Utah County schools. There is the Utah Shoot 360 facility in Lehigh. Go pay respects to the Roller Mills, and then go over to the Shoot 360 facility. I can't wait to go there. I'm telling Gary Selyus we need to do Dusty and Dane Olympics there. I see that ball throwing game on that on the commercial.
That does look fun. That might be my only shot at actually completing anything there. Is like hey, can I throw it to a spot? Because let's be honest, the lower back isn't going to allow me to do much else. Don't get old. It's overrated.
Don't do that.
Yeah, overrated.
See if I can throw a ball. That's what I need to do. Is hey, Ellie Espin back on the floor. Young legs. As Poirier sends that one back out to Ellie. Back out, Kayla Poirier. Back rims the triple, the rebound in the hands of Cook. And Cook come back the other way, goes at Poirier. Nice job, that ball goes off of Springville. I think that went off of Whitney Jeffs, as they'll stay here.
I mean, it's crazy, Dusty. It was like they had 27 in the third. And we're like, yeah, they'll get to 30. Springville they don't quit.
No, they
like
don't.
There is no let up. Doesn't matter what the score is. We're going to defend you. We're going to play hard.
Yeah, it was almost like the timeout there was Coach Averett giving remember the Titans speech. I don't want them to score another point.
Man, you blitz all night.
But, I mean, you think about this game. It was 28-21 in the third quarter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Carbon County math, that's 26-8 since then. $14 on the shot clock. Send that up top to Galbraith. Now on the angle, Poirier on the drive, sends out. We're going to have a charge.
Yeah.
Holly didn't like it.
Yeah.
So come on.
You're going to call that right now?
Just call both ways, will you? Look at here, her doing a John Gruden. Are you outside your skull?
Coach Averett's great.
Yeah.
Great. Such a good job.
She does, and she has buy-in. I mean, that's the thing. And the way she's been able to adapt this game, I mean, no joke. We talked to people a year ago. Say, we'll see how they handle shot clocks. Here you go.
Yeah.
He thought, well, if we put a shot clock on Springville, we could get them. And that has not proven to be the case. Is Holly ever going to take time out, get some substitutions? And Mr. Fisher says full timeout. So 2:39 left in the fourth. We'll put a bow on this one. Springville looking to get back to the 5A title game. We'll be right back. Coming from Weber State.
Low rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Okay.
You know, I've been taking it from Vince all week. Now I'm taking it from Dusty. Just coming from all sides here. Sheesh.
Jeff Hansen knows your pain. As he kept claiming he was going to come up here this week, but I don't think it's going to happen.
He's got to get healthy.
I even saw the employer down the street. I was going to send him a picture. Like, hey, you in the office or what? 8 seconds left. 3 on the way. Doesn't go for Ellie. Tracked down. Oh, nice save by Galbraith. We say that Holly Avery doesn't have quit in her, and you said it a couple times too. The Springville team does not matter. Time, score, and situation. As some of these seniors are going to come off the floor. There's Libby Shaheen and Bryn Anderson coming off. But this Spanish Forward team, losing hurts. But they have so much to feel really good about what they've done. And I shared this with someone last night, matter of fact. I was like, years from now, you'll remember the final moment. But the thing that your teammates will always talk about are all the good things. There'll be a practice. There'll be something happening in the locker room. Most certainly for those of us who grew up where we had to ride on the bus to games, the bus rides and all those fun things. But they'll think about all the fun things. In this game, they'll say, but it won't be the major part of it. There'll be something else as William gets that one to go. And there's so much for this team to feel good about.
Yeah. Well, and again, we talked about the path they walked through. You beat Cottonwood, who I think was the 3 seed, Lehigh, who was the 6 seed, 12 seed. Man, just awesome. And this one is tough. I think most probably knew it might end up that way. But you made it to Weber State, to the site.
Got the semifinal, first time in a long time.
Yep.
I hadn't had a Utah County reporter like Patrick Carr send us a first time since. But just super impressive. And here's what I know about Spanish Forward. Just wait till softball season. Dingers.
Dingers?
Dingers. Yeah, homers.
Yeah.
Send that ball out. Through long range 2 is good. That is Michelle Levitt.
Ogles and Ogles of dingers.
As we're going to have some substitutions coming in, but a full timeout. It gives us a chance to kind of preview what we got today. And not only that, we want to make sure we're on camera for some of these senior goodbyes.
Yeah.
That's what part of today is. It is the elation for the next 2 days. And it's been this way all week long. It hurts more here at the end.
And I love that, right? I mean, it's a timeout. This isn't about coaching, right? Well, yeah, it is in an element, right? But some of it is like, man, you girls played your hearts out.
Yep.
And, you know, they enjoyed the experience because of how committed this group was to each other. And you can see, Coach Nielsen there sharing that message and love that feel of that circle during
I'm
this
so
timeout.
proud of you. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Those of us that had a great opportunity to coach, it's one of those awesome moments to share that. I'm sure she shared it throughout the year.
Yeah.
Even Herb Brooks said it more than once to the 80 hockey team, but it just doesn't make the movie as fun. But to hear that from your coach and make sure they know how you feel about them, what they were able to accomplish is a great thing. Is that long two does not go for Schaefer. And back down the floor we go, as it'll be elation for Springville. One of the more steady programs in all of the state of Utah. We're talking about the big three right now: Fremont, Lone Peak, Springville.
And you could argue that the program with the most success amongst those three might be Springville.
Yeah, we're talking about 4 straight state championship games.
Right.
Yeah. As we go inside of 10 seconds left, remember we'll have one more girls semifinal coming up next. The Skyline going to be taking on Bountiful. The Harveys versus NGK. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see if Skyline's got something special. They shot the 3-ball really well against Timview. Tina did such a good job facilitating, knowing when to attack. And look, the Harveys, they're going to be tested in the paint, how they deal with the post of Tina in GK.
Absolutely. That free throw does not go. Another year and another trip to the 5A state championship for the Springville Red Devils. They go 3-0 against Spanish Fork on the season and punch their ticket to the title game with a 56-31 win. Dane, your selection of a player, game, and final thoughts.
Well, look, Spanish Fork hung around. I mean, they had a lot of opportunities to keep this game close, make pushes, but in the end, the experience, the talent of Springville, too much. Man, I don't know where to go. I'll go with Perret. She had a couple of threes in this game. I'll go with Kayla Perret. Honestly, I mean, it's like, pick which Red Devil you want to talk about, right? Because Esplin was great defensively. Brooke had a really nice game offensively. I'll go with Kayla.
Congratulations, Kayla Perret, our player of the game, and congratulations to Springville once again getting back to the title game. And what a run for Spanish Fork. Congratulations, Coach Nielsen and her girls have made a valiant run in the state tournament. But it's the day of the Queens of 5A basketball, the Springville Red Devils getting back to the title game. For Vince Francis and Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and for watching KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of the 5A semifinals on KSLSports.com, your year-round home for high school basketball and your home for online championship games.